Alright, so I'm just trying to quickly knock out this recap video because I just got back from training at my new job and I have some more training to do tomorrow, just with a bunch of computer stuff of things I did not sign up for, but it's required for this new job. I just got back home. I'm doing laundry and I still need to cook dinner. The life of a single man. So rough. Boo-hoo. It's sarcasm, people. Sarcasm. That's one thing that's lost amongst people these days is sarcasm. Everybody takes things way too seriously and cry on social media. Anyways, X-Men 97. Episode 10, Tolerance's Extinction Part 3. But before I do this recap, I want to roll this clip from the previous video I did talking about episode 9. So let's roll that clip because I said this. And where is this woman at? Where the hell has she been? Is she going to pop up in episode 10? Or is she going to be in season 2? Who knows? And guess what? She did appear! She appeared even though it was only a brief cameo, but she was there. So Omega was right. Haha. But, she was a fun cameo along with some other fun cameos. Returning cameos because we get to see Spider-Man, Silver Surfer, Omega Red, Captain America. We get to see all of them again, but this time we saw Spider-Man outside of his costume as just Peter Parker along with Mary Jane Watson, and behind them, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was Flash Thompson. Someone please correct me, but I believe that was Flash Thompson. At first, I was like, wait a minute, Eddie Brock? No, wait, no, that had to be Flash Thompson. But dude, man, bringing back those 90s animated vibes, if they brings back Spider-Man. Anyways, so returning cameos, but we got to see some new cameos. Daredevil makes an appearance, and I mentioned Captain America again, but this time we saw Captain America standing next to Iron Man. Friggin' Iron Man, and all of these characters look the same like how they did in the 90s animated show. Either their corresponding 90s animated show or other animated shows that were, Marvel based. But anyways, the episode opens up inside of Magneto's mind because Xavier is trying to take over Magneto's brain, or his mind I should say, so he can fix the Earth since Magneto just pretty much shut down everything in the previous 2 episodes, I think. So while Xavier is trying to do this, the rest of the team is going up against Bastion, but before this we get to see what happens with that little battle between Jean Grey and Cable, because in a previous episode they just cut away from that and we have no clue if Jean Grey died or if she just passed out, ? But I guess she just briefly died for a few moments because she came back as the Phoenix, just laying waste to everything around her because, when she's the Phoenix, yeah, good luck going up against her unless you're maybe an Omega level mutant or beyond that. So anyways, she pretty much breaks down Mr. Sinister's cellular structure because he was using all these cells from other mutants to pretty much stay young and stay healthy, for lack of a better word, stay pretty much fit so he could go up against, other mutants. So she does something weird with that to the point where Mr. Sinister just ends up looking old and decrepit and really ugly. But after all this is going on, she then reverts back to Jean Grey. So it's like a quick ultimate attack. Like if this was a video game, you just do your ultimate attack and then revert back to normal. It's kind of like how it was with Jean Grey. So when she reverts back to normal, Bastion, this dude rips off Cable's arm, the arm with the techno-organic virus, he lifts it up above his head and absorbs that arm and makes an entirely new body for himself with wings. I was like, what the hell is Bastion doing? Holy shit. And he's just unstoppable from this point on because, you know, this dude, he can communicate with the machines, and he also has like a technology from the future that's fused with his body, so he's just unstoppable. As shown when the X-Men were just trying to beat the living crap out of him, and he just kept either, regenerating or healing limbs that were just damaged. So Cyclops sees this, and he's like, all right, since us going up against this guy straightforward is clearly not working, how about we just stand down and talk to him? So that's what they did. They pretty much try to briefly talk some sense into Bastion, and Bastion was not having it. And he says a really cool line. He says something like, humans rather die than have kids like us. Something like that. Is it humans rather die than have kids like us, or have babies like us? Something like that. I can't remember it word for word, but it was a really awesome line. So, shortly after that, I think the missiles that the president launched hit or struck Asteroid M. Not Magneto, but Bastion goes flying out of it along with Jubilee at one point. She goes flying off of the asteroid, and Sunspot ends up saving her. And Bastion, I think he just gets caught into... Well, see, it's not quite clear what happened to Bastion. Either he just vanished, or he got caught in the explosion and died, but I'm assuming he probably vanished along with that asteroid later on, which I'm going to get to. I know I'm skipping over some stuff, but anyways, the asteroid's falling towards Earth. The X-Men team is like, all right, let's do what we do best. Maybe we could break up this giant rock in small pieces. And you get a nice, humble, touching moment where Jean is using her powers to project her and Scott Summers to communicate with Cable, Nathan Summers, so they can say their final goodbye, or goodbye is plural, sorry. And Cable's sitting there in this, I think he was in a diner when this was going on. Well, anyways, he's sitting there, and I think it was a diner. I assume it was a diner, and he's like, "Oh, so it's that kind of goodbye, huh?" So, the X-Men goes forth into action to stop the asteroid from crashing into Earth, and Professor X finally gains control of Magneto's mind. And when Magneto finally comes, back to his senses, he says something cool like, "Magneto lives," takes control of the asteroid, lifts it back up into the sky, and then poof, the whole thing just vanishes. And it's like, what the hell is going on? But the whole thing doesn't just vanishes. All the X-Men that were on that asteroid, they vanish along with it, except with the exception of Jubilee and Sunspot, because they made it off of the asteroid before all of that happened. So it's unclear what happened to the X-Men. They've been missing for months. Forge, I think he was trying to no, he wasn't. He was doing research, I believe. He was researching on whether the members were either alive or missing, and then what's his name returns. Bishop returns, and he's like, "Hey, Forge, this isn't the first time we've met. We've done this many times before. Let's go find the X-Men." Because apparently, I guess, Bishop has done this many times through the whole time traveling stuff. So, what happened to the X-Men? Well, something transported them through different time periods, but the team is split up, and one half of the team is in the past, and the other half of the team is in the future, and whoever is remaining in the present is in the present, I guess, along with, Forge and Bishop. So I believe the members who ended up in the past was, and I'm not going to remember this quite clearly, but I think, I want to say Professor X, Beast, Nightcrawler, Rogue, and Magneto? I could be getting that wrong, but I think that's the team that ended up in the past, in ancient Egypt, where they meet up with a very young version of Apocalypse. So that was interesting. And in the future, we see Jean Grey and Cyclops, and they meet up with, blanking out on her name, but I think she's supposed to be the daughter of Scott Summers and Jean Grey in like a different timeline. Once again, my apologies, but I forgot her name. So they ended up there, and we get the to be continued in big bold letters. And as the credits start to roll, we get a mid-credit scene of Apocalypse in the present. He's on Genosha, and he's like, so much sadness, my children. So much death. But as he says death, right, he picks up a sort of like a damaged card from Gambit. And I think the card just like dissipate into ashes or something. So we might see Gambit return as one of the 4 horsemen of Apocalypse as Death. So season 2, we could be heading into Age of Apocalypse territory. Maybe? Question mark? Don't know. With this new show, they just keep subverting expectations, and I love it. A lot of people speculated Onslaught is coming. Maybe they could be saving Onslaught for season 3, while season 2 they might be dealing with the whole time travel stuff and Apocalypse stuff, because Apocalypse is going to be a problem. He's always a problem. But yeah, I would definitely love to see Onslaught, because they'd never done the Onslaught story in the old show. So, hey, now that we have the new show, it's a perfect opportunity to, do these stories that never got to be done in the 90s, at least in the animated series. But for season 1 as a whole, I give season 1 of X-Men 97 a solid 9 out of 10. Thoroughly enjoyed this new show. Glad I gave it a chance, even though there are a lot of people out there that did not want to give it a chance because of the whole thing with people's agendas and ideologies being written into the show. Me, I was like, man, as long as the stories are good and entertaining, I think I will be fine watching the show. And so far, the stories and the writing, the stories and the writing have just been really good to me so far. I mean, I found it entertaining to the point where I'm like, wow, man, they never really done all this stuff on the older show. I'm really digging it a lot, and it's bringing back all those, those feelings of when I used to enjoy this stuff when I was younger. And I guess I never truly lost interest in all of this stuff. It's just that with the rise of the MCU, that's just become the new staple of Marvel entertainment for these past decade or so. And, kids in the new generation, that's what they grew up on, and just they have no clue of what us older fans had with the golden age of comic books and the trading cards and the action figures and all of that entertainment that we had back in the 90s and 80s and even going back before that. But now, these days it's all about the MCU, right? But anyways, I'm just blabbering on. I'm just a boomer, right? I'm just an old boomer just blabbering about the past. But no, X-Men 97 Season 1, solid 9 out of 10. Thoroughly enjoyed it, all of it. Would love to sometime buy this on Blu-ray in the future. Maybe in like a season combo pack if they ever release, a a continuous season after season 2, because I think it did get greenlit for season 2. I mean, they can't just end it the way they ended it, right? The whole thing with, X-Men split up in different timelines and Apocalypse, come on, they have to resolve that. And they have to bring back Gambit, come on. And possibly give us the Onslaught story and give us more fun cameos. I mean, well, also, where the hell was Colossus this entire time? Is Colossus missing? Is Colossus deceased? Did I somehow miss that? Anyways, he needs to come back. Also, the Brotherhood of Mutants that were on Magneto's side, some of them needs to come back too. So it'll be fun seeing them come back. Oh, and Morph. He transformed into a lot of fun Marvel characters during this entire season. He transformed into the Hulk. He transformed into Juggernaut. He transformed into Sabretooth. I believe in this episode 10, Tolerance's Extinction Part 3, he transformed into Mr. Fantastic. That was fun to see. So he transformed into many fun different characters, and that's also another exciting ways to get, fun cameos in there, I guess. But yeah, I'm also looking forward to more fun cameos in season 2, because that was one of the most exciting things for me during this entire season, is just seeing, Captain America pop up, and Doctor Doom, Baron Zemo, Omega Red, Silver Samurai, Spider-Man, Daredevil. Who else? I'm missing. Iron Man. Psylocke. Hopefully she has more screen time in season 2, because that's my girl right there, Psylocke. That's my girl. All right. Sorry, guys. This video went on for 16 minutes. I have to go cook dinner and take my laundry out of the washing machine. Responsibilities and such as a single man. All right. Later, X-Men 97 rocks. At least season 1 did, in my opinion. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Everybody's different, obviously. The only thing I would really love now, what I would really love is the revival, the return of a really awesome X-Men fighting game. I want that so bad. If anything, they'll probably give us a brand new Marvel vs. Capcom game, but I want a brand new X-Men fighting game in 2D. 2D. I don't want no 3D crap. Because right now, the king of 3D fighters is, what, Tekken? Tekken, Soul Calibur, Virtual Fighter. I think those are now the king of 3D fighters, but the king of 2D fighters right now is Street Fighter 6, Guilty Gear. What else? There's another one. I'm missing like 2 or 3 more. I can't remember the name of it. I know it, but the name is on the tip of my tongue, but I just can't remember it. Well, anyways, I think Dragon Ball FighterZ is another good one, 2D one that is. But I want to see the return of a good X-Men fighting game with a tag team feature in it. Forgot Mortal Kombat. How can I forget about Mortal Kombat? Mortal Kombat is just no longer on my brain anymore, because after they released MK1, I was like, really? Another Mortal Kombat so soon? I was assuming NetherRealm Studios was going to release another Injustice game, or maybe entirely new comic book-based fighting game with, characters from the comic books, like, He-Man and Hellboy. That'd be pretty fun in all of them. But no, they're like, here's Mortal Kombat 12, but we're going to call it Mortal Kombat 1. Enjoy. I'm like, what? Already? But we just got Mortal Kombat 11. Excuse me? Whatever. Video's going on for too long. Sorry. Boomer talk. Later. Peace out. Stay awesome.